Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm going to share with you my 10 best financial decisions. Welcome to Purely Persistent. I'm Michelle. Now let's get started with those tips. Start an emergency fund. My friends, emergencies happen, and I want to make sure that you are prepared for financial emergencies. So the first thing is set up a $500 emergency account. Don't put this money under your bed or in your dresser drawer, because, there's an emergency, I need to get pizza. Set this aside where you're not going to touch it unless it is actually an emergency. Avoid payday and rent-to-own. My friends, payday loan and rent-to-own, they sound amazing, right? You can get a great couch set or a new TV, or you can get money in advance so that you can buy what you need. But unfortunately, they're really just targeting you. If you buy a TV from a rent-to-own center, you'll probably end up paying 1.5 times or double. So maybe your $200 TV, you would end up paying $300 or $400 for, because of the way their interest is. So if you learn anything from this video, do not use payday or rent-to-own. So you want that $200 TV. Okay, so take money aside from each of your paychecks, and then once you have $200, go take the cash down and buy your TV, right? By saving to buy your major purchases, you will be so much more financially free than by taking out essentially loans and paying more than you need to. Budgeting. So it's not exactly a sexy term, right? But if you budget, you're going to be telling your money where to go at the beginning of the month instead of at the end of the month saying to yourself, where did all my money go? So you want that TV, you're allocating $50 a month or a paycheck or whatever toward that TV, right? If you're trying to save up for maybe college or another big purchase, you can do that. You can put that in your budget. If you want to pay off debt, you put that in your budget. If you want to make sure that you're not spending too much money on food or restaurants, you put that in the budget, right? And so let's say you put $100 in eating out in your budget for the month, then once you hit the $100, you're done, right? Instead of looking at the end of the month like, oh my gosh, I just spent $300 on eating out. That's crazy, right? Tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Pay off debt. Guys, debt is not a good thing to have. Try not to get into debt, and if you're in debt, pay it off. Try and get your debt paid off as quickly as possible, because you don't want to be having to pay those extra interest, right, that goes along with whatever debt you're paying. Get that paid off and just be done. Employer retirement. So you may be working for a company that puts money into retirement. If you have the option to match your retirement, you have got to do that. Friends, that is free money, and we definitely want to make sure that you're taking advantage of free money, okay? Now, I have a student who told me that she had $10,000 in a retirement fund, and she stopped working at the place, and then a couple years later, she's looking around, she's like, I have $10,000, and she spent it. Oh, guys, don't do that, don't do that. Save your retirement funds from your employer for when it's time for you to actually retire. Personal retirement. So my favorite thing is called the Roth IRA. So this is money that you've already had taxes taken out, but if you invest your money into a Roth IRA, then that money can grow tax-free. So let's say you put in $100 and you gain an extra $100 on top of that in interest. That money is free. It's not taxed to you. So I highly recommend maxing out your Roth IRA if you can, right? Start maxing it out as quickly as you can. And no matter how old you are, as long as you're working, you can put aside money into a Roth IRA. Boring investing. Boring? You want your investing to be boring? Actually, you do, right? I'm a huge fan of market index funds, and index funds are basically, let's say, the S&P 500 index fund, so the 500 biggest businesses. If you own an index fund, that's like you own a little tiny piece of all 500 of those largest companies. So if you make your investment boring and you stick with index funds, you don't have to do as much homework, okay? And if you are sticking with individual companies, like let's say you decide you want to invest in Google, that means you need to do your homework. You need to make sure you're looking at the company in detail. You're looking at that balance sheet that the company has, really spending a lot of time digging into that company to make sure that it's a good investment for you. But if you make your investments boring and you go with index funds, you don't have to actually do as much homework. That said, you want to make sure that you're doing automatic investments, that your money is coming out of your accounts all the time, right? That maybe this month you're going to put $5 into your account. Make it so that it happens automatically. You can set that up with whatever investment firm you choose. But if it comes out automatically, you don't even have to think about it. It just goes out. Instead of being like, oh, I should invest a little bit of money. I should invest $10 this month, right? Invest automatically, and guys, you'll save. No, you won't save. You will become much richer, much faster if it's coming out automatically and you're not having to think about it every month. It's a task that you have to do. Share. My friends, sharing is caring. You know that. And so if you take just a little bit of your money, maybe 10%, and you give it to maybe a charity or to someone in need, it's going to make you feel good, right? And I really believe that money will come to you if you are giving with your money. So my friends, these are my 10 best financial decisions that I have made in my life. Comment below and tell me, what is a financial decision that you have made that you have found to be one of the best decisions of your life? And you are enough. I believe in you. I know that you can make really good financial decisions and you can do wonderful things in this world. So make sure that you believe in yourself. Peace, my friends.